just very busy with the product side of things.
I see.
And also I wanted to let other social media activities that were happening by people who were coming here for internship, not for more integrated sort of handshake for a long term,
Yeah.
but for something very short term. So I thought I would indulge. I will indulge with those who are here for long term.
Understood.
And so, Sanskar, I know nothing about you. I thought that's how I do things. I don't look at resumes or, unless I need very, very, very specific technical skills.
Yeah.
It all boils down to humanity, and I measure my candidates and co-workers on the basis of that. My reading of my association with them, if it's long term, then I invest myself. Otherwise, someone else from my team will invest on them.
Yeah.
Tell me about yourself, Sanskar.
Yes, so I am a second year biotechnology student, that is from the academic side. Apart from that, I've been into social media marketing for like 2 years now. I have handled multiple projects for a company which was under E20 earlier. It was called Noshow Climate Solutions Private Limited. You might have heard of it. I was the marketing head there. They did not have any particular things to do in marketing. I used to handle B2B marketing, like social media and stuff. Prior to that, when we were B2C, I used to handle the social media. We used to create content. I was in the marketing team as well. At the same time, I was handling community of around 500 people who were, trying to get into sustainability and climate change.
Anushka, are you able to hear?
Yeah.
Please make notes of his background with those who
I'll share the LinkedIn too.
Do you have details like this on LinkedIn?
Yeah, definitely I do.
Okay, cool. Fair enough.
Yeah, so you can check all those things there. I did B2B sales there in Noshow during my last 6 months. I was successfully able to like put in the lead 20
This is maximum level.
200,000
Check.
yeah, 32,000 dollars का लीड लिस्टिंग करा दिया था उसने कि उसमें उतना तो लोग कर ही सकते थे. At the same time, around 40 lakh rupees का हम लोगों ने वो किया था, सेल्स कर दिया था. हमारे सॉफ्टवेयर के बारे में still being developed properly.
Okay.
Yeah, and social media, like I said, I have had other clients as well. मैंने जीवन तस्वीर बेसिस पे काम किया है. I can share the works with you. And I have also worked in content marketing में specifically Talk ID पे भी काम किया है. I'm not an SEO expert on that end, but yeah, I have written some blogs for a company which is based in US. वो आपको LinkedIn पे नहीं मिलेगा, so this you can write it down. Yeah. So there was a company called Aviskaran Technologies Private Limited जो था वहाँ पर. I worked for them for like 4 to 5 months. Post that, Coherence करके company हुआ. I'm still working for Coherence, like I do blog writing and stuff for them. So this sums up probably everything that I've done on the surface level. With an open person, granularity as we go ahead to understand a little better.
Are you keen on creating your career on social media? Digital marketing? Are you keen on building your career on digital marketing?
Digital marketing is something that, not digital marketing exactly, but my part is content writing, to be honest. I made content. I made some very awesome, thoughtful and proactive content when I was with Noshow. So it comes naturally to me. It's not like I have to, of course I do my own research and everything, but it comes naturally. So I don't need to think, or I don't need to get into that space. So that it is something that I like. That's why I'm doing it. Yeah, that's all.
If you were given a choice to write any kind of content, you're a good author, write any kind of content, we'll pay you to do that. What kind of content would you have written? What would have been your interest of your topics of interest? And
yeah, three major topics I would have covered. First thing is food and lifestyle. The things we do, everything we do, and how it affects us. Because I come from a biotechnology background, I have some information of, I have some knowledge about how things and what we eat. I am, uh, I can look up on stuff. For example, if you're talking about uh, packed or canned food, I know what implications it has on the body, right? So I can write on something like that because it is very close to me. I personally am someone who looks after all those things. Not doing anything like that specifically. Apart from that, the second thing is going to be philosophical and more on the psychology end, where I'm talking about some concepts where things that I learn, things that I have been learning with people from people around me. So that is the second thing that I would love to write. And third thing is obviously the academics that I'm doing, biotechnology. There are some pretty awesome advancements there. For example, that I have written a blog. I had written a blog on CRISPR-Cas9. So it's a gene editing system. That's the name itself, gene editing system. It clarifies everything, and it's an awesome thing.
Okay.
I can share the link with you if you want.
Yeah, okay. Now for the next few minutes, have a conversation with Manu Narayan. I'm moving the, yeah. And
Hi, Manu. My name is Sarsar.
You guys talk about biotechnology and give me and have synchronized on your understanding of his range and reach in biotechnology and why you are here. How you met me to this day today. Okay. Have a conversation in 5 minutes, 10 minutes about this.
So actually I am also a biotech graduate. Yeah. From Kerala, Ahmedabad Vishwavidyalaya. Yeah, Ahmedabad University. Yeah. So you are saying about CRISPR-Cas9.
Cas9 system. So I wrote a blog on that. I'll show you.
Sure.
I'll share it with you.
So my focus was on cognitive science, like bioinformatics, cognitive science. I was really
Cognitive science.
Yeah, I have published a paper on that.
Okay, since my papers are not in any fast publishing papers or work on some pretty serious projects as of now.
Okay, great.
So that's one thing. But definitely I would love to have something like that. I would love to have some conversations with you.
Sure. So when are you doing your, are you on graduation or post-graduation board?
I'm doing my graduation right now. I'm
in
the 14th year of my education. I'm doing it from Mumbai University College, ICAVS, Motilal Nehru College. I'm doing it from there.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So what are other like interests you have about the biotech field? Why have you chosen the biotech?
Yeah, so I think I've covered two things specifically. First one is the CRISPR and gene editing part. Second is the food industry.
My question was like, why have you chosen this course, biotech?
Biotech?
Yeah.
Yes, so there are multiple factors because of what I chose biotechnology. First is I was trying to get into a medical college, and when that did not happen, there were very few other options, like mainstream options that we can go for coming from a medical or biology field versus like the normal biology that we can do. Microbiology, biotechnology, pharmacy, these are like pretty famous for alternatives. So I made biotechnology because I had a mentor back then.
Okay.
So that mentor told me that biotechnology could be a very good stream for me because it is now coming to boom. Like in next 10 years, biotechnology is going to have pretty big impact on everyone's life because of many things. Yeah,
of course.
That's true.
So basically, you went after medicine because you was not able to get into medicine. You choose biotech. That's what you were saying.
Like I said, there are multiple reasons. This was just one of that.
Okay, sure.
The other was that biotechnology had like when I was studying medicine, it has like small portion on biotechnology, the genetics, the gene part, the lab process, immunology part. So I was in like I pretty much like immunology and
Yeah, I felt
understanding.
it's the same story for everyone who have taken biotech. But as for me, it was totally different. Like I had a lot of classmates who had this same story as you. Okay.
Oh my god, acha.
Yeah, but actually, what why I took biotech is because like what I felt is mostly all the other scientific studies have reached their limit. Now the biotech is the or biology sector is the only field that not explored that much yet, I will say, like in aspect of other
Okay.
technologies. Yeah. So basically, my focus was in cognitive sciences and like how the brain is functioning. Like when you my paper was on like human gait means what's happening on your brain, what kind of waves are active when you are walking when so I was trying to connect it with epilepsy. You heard about the disease called epilepsy? Hello? Sorry, I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
yes, yes.
So
Yeah, epilepsy,
is
yes.
this call being recorded?
No, no, not from mine.
You can record it, I guess.
I don't know, I don't think so. I think you have that option because, okay, you are the
Okay.
person who can record it.
I think it may be okay. So mostly, what I come up to why I took biotech is because of this. I have a knack for medicine, research in medicines from the beginning. So after getting to, is this call being recorded?
No, it's not actually.
I think it will be good. Oh yeah, the phone is here. No problem. So mainly that's why I have gone for biotech.
Yeah.
Yeah. So by the time I was graduating, I got this opportunity to research on human gait. So I have connected it with the disease called epilepsy. Epilepsy diseases.
Yeah,
Yeah.
epilepsy disease.
So mostly what I have learned from biotech is that every medicine we are eating is very bad for us.
Yeah.
So that's the
We,
best. That's the best thing I get to know from my education as a biotechnologist. Nothing else matter to me now. So I'm totally doing different aspect of things in my life. Totally doing maybe I will say opposite things. Totally in tech oriented things I'm currently doing.
okay.
So it's a great. It's great to talk with you on regards to biotech.
Same, yeah.
It's
I
been
think I'll be visiting, yeah, I think I'll be visiting E20 tomorrow, so let's have a talk.
yeah, definitely we
Let's
can
catch
talk
up.
about these things. And so basically that's what I was researching on. You can see my research in Elsevier, I guess. Yeah. अभी I भूल गया है सब कुछ.
Acha, acha,
Yeah.
acha.
So where are you from?
Like natively?
Yeah.
Yeah, natively I'm from Uttarakhand.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Pahad
And
se.
I'm born and brought up in Mumbai.
Okay, great. I'm from Kerala actually.
Yeah.
So after that, I was doing a startup after graduation, and it was similar in like medical biotech field as well. Like I was doing some medical health record AI tool regarding that. I was doing my
Okay.
startup, but it did not went well. So after that, I got into like a MBA college in UP, Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Petroleum Technology in Energy Management. So from there I met Guruji, Nishchal, who you were
Sure.
Guru. Oh yeah, he's my guru as well as like everything for me now. He's me teaching me in every aspect of life and everything I how to know about life in every means. Okay. So I'm just assisting him in all his work as his shishya. That's my job currently. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. We met in Varanasi, and from there on, it's like a story.
Yeah. Like last week I've been to, like I was in Varanasi last week.
Yeah,
Like
great.
I was there
Yeah, great
for
place.
like about 10 days. I
Sure, sure.
Wonderful place.
So, what are your other interests?
Other interests,
Yeah.
like academically or non-academically?
Yeah, any kind.
Any kind of interest. So I like to watch movies.
Yeah, वो सब common हो गया like.
No, it could be common, but
Yeah.
just
Something-
watching movies is a little different than like
Learning from
okay.
them. Maybe.
Sorry,
Are you trying to learn from them?
learn from who?
Learn from stories or movies?
Not necessarily, because
Yeah.
most of the time cinema, like there is one thing, learning from movies and all, but on the other hand, movies could be a very great time to curb your, time and curb your mind. Just like watching something very cinema, which is not particularly motivational, which is not particularly trying to tell you how to decode someone, but in general.
Have you shared that blog you have written about CRISPR-Cas9?
Yeah. I have shared it here.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. I have to work on the hyperlinks, but apart from that, this is the content that I have.
So, are you in like basically it's in research? I have done in research. So, is it engineering degree or like a bachelor's you are doing?
No, it's a bachelor's degree.
Oh, great. Okay. So, you will be focusing on research, right?
No, I haven't got any chances to get into any researches as of now, but I'm definitely looking up for one. We get that internship thing. The last year or second last year, we have to have an internship letter from somewhere.
Have you had any like experience on wet labs?
Wet labs,
Yeah.
I have.
Hands-on experience. What kind of experience do you have in that regards?
I've worked on PCR. I've worked on
PCR, yeah.
PCR, yeah, all types of PCR. And I've also worked on ELISA plates and Western blotting and stuff.
Western blot.
I have worked on like all types of blotting, southern, northern, western. Then obviously age, page and stuff. Those are the very basic stuff. Spectrophotometry, colorimetry. I worked on those things as well. And finally, what's that thing called? I've been wanting to use something like immunofluorescence microscope or like color microscope. Yeah.
Electron microscopes, yeah.
Yeah, microscopes. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's all about that thing. What about you? What are you doing here? Like,
currently I'm assisting in Gurjin developing a social blog, idea blogging platform for entrepreneurs. So we are launching several apps for entrepreneurs and streamline the whole process of entrepreneurship and help entrepreneurs achieve like a from idea stage to minimum viable product.
Achha.
Yeah, that's what we are currently working on. So yeah, I have totally changed my aspects. Yeah, from my career aspects.
Awesome,
from research
awesome.
field. Yeah. It's been hard. Yeah. So what are your future plans regarding this?
Future plans. So that has been a very confusing question for me. Not confusing exactly, but it is something that I have not properly figured out. Yeah, there are a few small stuff that are happening in my life because of that. I am not able to concentrate on one particular thing.
Okay, sure. Then I will go through this blog you have sent me, and maybe we can have a conversation when you come tomorrow.
Definitely, yeah, we can have. And where's Mr. Nishchal?
Yeah.
Is he there?
Yeah, Gurji here. Gurji? Yeah.
Can you sum up what conversation did you guys have?
I just gone through what was his, why he took like.
What happened to the screen?
So we basically had a conversation about his aspects in biotech and what he is interested in. And he had sent me a blog regarding CRISPR-Cas9. It's in like gene editing tool. Like you can edit using this specific enzymes. You can edit some genes. It's like genetically modifying things. It can be useful for that. So we were basically talking about that aspects, and I have explained our meeting and what we are currently doing, how am I assisting Guruji, and yeah, that's all.
Okay. Sanskar, tell me about philosophy. What is the deepest quest you have embarked on philosophy?
So, I am still exploring philosophy, by the way, but there are a few questions that have, come to my mind. Not about us, but when I was reading about scriptures and stuff, the Hindu philosophy. So I came across Advaita, Vaida, and stuff. So when I was thinking about that, so there were specific quotes from Srimad Bhagavatam by Aurobindo. Sorry, not Aurobindo wala, from Advaita wala. So he said, like it was quoted that Shri Krishna said, you should not pray to any other deities apart from me. You should pray me and you should not pray anyone else and stuff like that. So this is the most recent question that I've had, by the way. So in other scriptures,
what is the question?
Yeah, I'm coming to that. On the other places, there are many instances and we have like Ishta Devta, Ishta Guru and all of that stuff. We have our own deities, we have Ganpati, we have like we have multiple gods to pray. But when it comes to Advaita, it is a thing that you should not pray. Like when I read that particular thing, it was trying to imply that you should not pray anyone else apart from you. So I was a little confused, like what is the actual way of doing it? Like should we not pray to our East Guru? Should we not pray the deities that have protected our families? Like suppose we protected our families for like generations and generations. At the same time we have, for example, I live in Mumbai. Mumbai there is Sri Siddhivinayak Mandir. There is multiple mandirs here that people have connected with their own hearts and everything. But what is the way to pray? Should we pray that one deity, or should we pray the deities that we have always been praying? So this has been my question. Like, who is God? Where is this God? And like, not who is God exactly, but how can we think of something in two ways or one way? Like, that has been my question. You understood?
Of course. I could have even my student answer that question. So I'm thinking whether do I invest myself in answering this question. I can answer it now in ways no research of yours on internet or any scriptures would be able to answer in the world of 2023. So I'm making before you the loftiest claim in the world to settle the question and curiosities about what is God. If you're seriously interested, then I don't have to say a word. You just have to discover who I am. You will in the process find the answer. Your discovery could start from perhaps the choice of social network you have chosen for yourself. If it is Instagram, go for it. If it's YouTube, go for it. If it's LinkedIn, go for it. You'll find me everywhere speaking about the deepest and most relevant questions in the universe. Obviously, I must have touched the question of what is God to touch these topics. So now we are 3 people in the room and I'm going to incorporate everyone in this conversation. Anushka, on the board in my room number 6, I have written up, can you read from your key? on the board, do you read the word written there? Key, right on top.
Philosophy.
Yeah, on the whiteboard.
Yeah.
Key.
Philosophy. You have written philosophy.
I've written philosophy. Just before that, I've written key.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah. So I had written that, and ahead of that, I had written that. See, couple of things that happen without us knowing, but there are some cosmic force that makes things happen. We think we are the ones who are doing, but it's all happening through us. Nobody will understand the answer to the question about God unless they understand how water in the ocean behaves. So I am in total surrender to the larger waves so I can float. Others will struggle and drown. So those waves make things happen. Like, I did not know who Sanskar, he's from biotechnology, and Manu had no role to be in this room. But just I looked at him and I was like, call Manu, and then we realized at how many levels they synchronize. So there's something called intuition. I've asked her what was the difference. You'll have to answer all of this through your notes of today. What is the difference in the way hiding happened outside of all hiding that I do? You have to be able to describe that by your observation of today, because you're observing it for the first time yourself. See where the topic was and where it is going to go now. It is going to go now to the topic of Advait, Shri Krishna, and God.
Okay, I don't know Advait.
Advait is non-duality, meaning singularity, meaning there are no two. Everything is just one.
Okay.
And that one itself is not there. So then comes the question about everything is illusion.
So can I ask you the questions in between? Because
Sure.
I'm not a religion person.
Sure.
So
This is. I don't think even he is. He's asking questions. So you don't have to be religious at all to know reality or truth.
I'm kind of atheist, so I don't
Yeah, to be an atheist is a much better position to be in than to be a dogmatic religious follower. Yeah. See, ask. You have some questions?
No, I don't.
But keep interrupting.
Yeah.
So, Sanskar, whatever and wherever the word Shri Krishna is used for people who are seekers, imagine the whole utility of the word called Shri Krishna is to bring you from 1000 fleeting thoughts to one something in the bhav dasha of surrender. एकाग्रता के लिए ये क्वालिटी जरूरी है कि किसी एक को अपना इष्ट मान लिया और सरेंडर कर दिया, ताकि एक पे तो आए. जैसे डांसर को श्री कृष्णा की जरूरत नहीं है, संगीत की जरूरत है. उसके लिए जो श्री कृष्णा इष्ट देव बन के दूसरों के लिए कर रहे हैं, संगीत डांसर के लिए कर देगा, फुटबॉल मेसी के लिए कर देगा, क्रिकेट की बॉल सचिन के लिए कर देगा, मेरा मिशन मेरे लिए कर दिया. तो एकाग्रता पे आ गए. पर इससे भारी बात यह है कि निराकार सबसे ऊंची चीज है जो अद्वैत कह के जाएगा. तो जो निराकार है, what is this boundless formless? It is something that is closer to ek from hazar. शून्य is closest to ek than hazar. So हजार से एक आने के लिए कई सारी चीजों का सहारा लेने की जरूरत पड़ सकती है. कर्म योगी को कर्म के अलावा किसी चीज का सहारा लेने की जरूरत नहीं है. योग की जरूरत तो है, चाहे वो भक्ति योग हो, चाहे वो कर्म योग हो, चाहे वो ज्ञान योग हो, चाहे वो हठ योग हो, चाहे अपने आसन के थ्रू वहां पहुंचे, चाहे भक्ति श्री कृष्ण की करके पहुंचे या नमाज पढ़ के पहुंचे. बात साफ है कि कहीं पहुंचना है इसलिए कर रहे हैं ये. कुछ लोग बेचारे श्री कृष्ण तक ही पहुंच सकते हैं, वो शून्य तक नहीं पहुंच सकते. उन पे जरूर हमें तरस आना चाहिए और हमें कोशिश करनी चाहिए कि उनको जागृत कर दें, टू मेक देम वेकफुल so that they can come out of their chains that Shri Krishna didn't intend to provide, but they have chained themselves to Shri Krishna, and that's why most of the people from that cult are also suffering, because they're getting nowhere except for fleeting experiences. तो सिर्फ अगर फ्लीटिंग एक्सपीरियंसेस चाहिए तो चले जाना है सारे फसाड में, और अगर फ्लीटिंग एक्सपीरियंस के बाहर अद्वैत पहुंचा चुका है कि इसके बाहर की कोई चीज़ है जो ज़्यादा फंडामेंटल है, तो फिर इन जगहों पे मत जाना, जो मैं कह रहा हूँ उसको समझना। मैं पहले ही कह देता हूँ देयर इज नो गॉड, पर मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूं कि देयर इज नथिंग मोर सिग्निफिकेंट देन मैटर। तो मैं एक साइंटिस्ट की तरह नहीं आके कह रहा हूं भगवान नहीं है, कुछ भी मैटर है, मैटर पे खोजो कि कैसे कॉन्शियस एक्सपीरियंसेस हो रहे हैं, व्हाट इज द मैटर ऑफ कॉन्शियसनेस, मैटर के अंदर ढूंढो। मैं ये भी नहीं कह रहा हूं, मैं कह रहा हूं कि अगर सफेद है तो काला भी होगा, अगर एक है तो शून्य भी होगा, अगर आदमी है तो महिला भी होगी। ऑपोजिट्स में जीवन घटता है, वरना घट ही नहीं सकता। यू कैन नॉट हैव मीनिंग टू एनीथिंग और एनी एक्सपीरियंस विदाउट द ऑपोजिट। यू कांट राइट ऑन दिस व्हाइट बोर्ड विदाउट इट्स व्हाइटनेस, इट्स ब्लैंकनेस। नाउ आई एम राइटिंग and now some meaning is getting established. I just made a wave on something that was blank. So this blank is the space upon which all waves are riding. All waves are all that we can experience or know about. It's matter. But that upon which these waves are riding is the emptiness which we keep ignoring. This emptiness is God. This space is God. This clarity is God. Because unless you get to this shunyata, you won't have the cleansing of the mind. And this shunyata is the purity, is the singularity, whereas there is no movement. Hence no matter. Hence that which is the origin of matter. Origin of matter is the mind's movement. Someday the cosmic mind moved and universe started getting built. Cosmic mind didn't move out of emotions कि मुझे इसको ज़्यादा प्यार करना है, उससे नफरत करनी है, ये मुझे सर्व करेगा मेरा इष्ट भक्त बन के तो मैं उसको सर्व करूंगा, उसको नहीं करूंगा। ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कॉस्मिक माइंड। कॉस्मिक माइंड एक स्पेस है, जिस स्पेस पे सब हो रहा है, क्योंकि मेरा कॉस्मिक माइंड ने सोचा कि मुझे ये चीज़ बनानी है, थी नहीं, मैंने बनानी शुरू कर दी, फिर वो बन गई। इसी तरह से ब्रह्मांड बना, माइंड ने सोच लिया। माइंड ने एवोल्यूशन के प्रोसेस में सोच लिया कि खड़े होके देखेंगे तो ज्यादा देख पाएंगे, तो बंदर सीधे होने लग गए, दूर तक देख पाएंगे। उसी तरह से हमें सारी इंद्रियां, all of the parts of our body, we have achieved exactly like that. So it is us who are creating the reality. The reality is matter, the wave. The wave is seen as defined shapes in your, that is your body or my body. Just like icons are seen on the desktop. The reality is the current underneath. This icon is no reality. You can move the icon, delete the icon, but the reality of it still remains if you restore it. Correct? So everything that is visible to us is because of our own conscious desire. And then we gave ourselves limited indriyas so we can interpret. Otherwise, how do we interpret current without icons on desktop? Similarly, we are icons. You, I, Anushka, Manu, everyone is an icon. Icon is visible because just like sound, 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. If we don't give ourselves this limitation, we won't be able to see in the infinity for meaning. You understand? So, that which observes is that on which the movement is happening. So it is the empty space that is observing. It is observing only because of the duality. द्वैत की वजह से ऑब्जर्वेशन है। दो का अर्थ ही हो गया ऑब्जर्वेशन, दो का अर्थ ही हो गया चेतना, कॉन्शियसनेस, दो का अर्थ ही हो गया कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस, हेंस ISKCON. The supreme consciousness would mean understanding this and now being conscious of life. Then you know that the only thing you as a human being can do is to float on the wave, not fight with it. The experience of fight is struggle. So if you are moving in life effortlessly with confidence, conviction, beauty, grace, glow, then you are floating. And that's all we can do through free will we have. There is no more we can do with free will. Because cosmic waves are too large like oceanic waves. We can't do much if they are to crash on us. You understand what I'm saying? So clean, so clear, so precise, so simple. Why is it that the world is not able to give this to people who are looking after this, who's going after this question about who am I? You are not going after who is God. That is your conditioning. You are going after who am I? But people are taken through these different journeys and confusions in college education and degree in the name of understanding the mind called psychology. And yet they don't understand what is the mind. And they're talking about the layers on top of the mind and saying that they have understood psychology. So, in order to get to the answer to that question, you will have to become it. You can't intellectually have the answer to the question and have an experience of a non-doer. अकर्ता भाव सबसे ऊंची चीज है. ज्ञान, बौद्धिक ज्ञान के बाद की भी चीज है अकर्ता भाव. तो बौद्धिक ज्ञान भी उसके सामने कुछ नहीं है. अकर्ता भाव फाइनली तब उतरता है जब बौद्धिक ज्ञान कई बार ज्ञान के बाद भी सिचुएशन बहुत डिफिकल्ट महसूस कराता है. तब हमें फाइनली समझ में आता है पूरा ज्ञान ढंग से, अपने खुद के मंथन और चिंतन से. और फिर समझ में आता है वो हम तो करता है ही नहीं. पर हम करता है नहीं का मतलब ये नहीं कि बैठ जाए आग बंद करके ध्यान में. पूरा कॉस्मिक ओशन है, इतने मूवमेंट्स होंगे कि फ्लोट करेंगे तो मूवमेंट होते हुए दिखेंगे. मूवमेंट हम कर नहीं रहे हैं. ये मैं बात तुमसे करते हुए महसूस हो रहा हूँ, मैं खुद नहीं कर रहा हूँ. ये मैं पूरे रात कर सकता हूँ ये बात. तो ये एनर्जी कहाँ से आ रही है? ये मेरी है ही नहीं, मेरे थ्रू मूव कर रही है. क्योंकि मैं बिना कृष्ण के, बिना भगवत गीता के अपने आप को एकाग्र कर पाया अपने मिशन पे, जिसकी वजह से मैं शून्य पे ड्रॉप हो गया. और लिटरली हो गया, क्योंकि समाधि का अर्थ ये हुआ. तो भगवान समझने के लिए पहले समाधिस्थ होना पड़ेगा. और समाधि कोई रुकी हुई स्थिति नहीं है. समाधि वो स्थिति है जिसमें जो अनुभव कर रहा है शून्य, उस शून्य पे स्थापित हो जाते हैं. तो फिर साउंड भी दिखने लगता है, म्यूजिक दिखने लगता है. तो ये स्थिति अगर अचीव हो रही है तो वहां पे मन की शुद्धता पहुंच रही है. योर प्योरिटी ऑफ द माइंड विल बी द ओनली रीजन व्हाई यू विल अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज गॉड. And then you come to the conclusion there is no God. The knownness, no existence of God is godliness. It is the only unbiased state in the universe that does not interfere with your freedom and growth. That's why it's godliness. That's why it's supreme. And that's why it's no mystic or magic. So, maybe I'm
That was
talking.
quite a journey.
Yeah, I know. You'll find a lot of detail about this in language never spoken before me in the world. In that regard, I may be very, 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 very special and important to the world. And guess what I'm doing with this kind of an ability for such a discourse on the most profound topic in the universe? I am looking to create better leaders in the world. Conscientious leaders who are willing to give up everything to be on this journey with me, because they desire to first know who are they, and for that they come to me, because they are bored with dogmatic gurus who they are not getting any answers from directly. They are just being made to go round and round, to pay money, to go round and round, to pay more money and to go round and round.
Yeah, right.
So we are not just building stuff for having clients and helping them accelerate their startups, because I am leading it. We are doing it for exactly the goal that I carry. The goal I carry is to transform people like you into real conscientious leaders who are in awareness of godliness. And if they are, then they will not do wrong in the world. They will do everything clearly, truthfully, and for the good of everyone around. They will not do anything to please anybody, because truth does not need to be sugar coated. Truth needs to be like an औषधि, थोड़ा कड़वा लगना चाहिए. तो मुझे ऐसे लोग चाहिए, स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड, डायरेक्ट बोलने वाले. और गलत ना एक्सेप्ट करने वाले, चाहे उनके बॉस भी उनको कोई काम दे रहा हो, उनको लग रहा है यार इस काम का कोई फायदा नहीं है, नुकसान है कंपनी का, समय बर्बाद हो रहा है, नहीं करेंगे सर, नहीं कर पाएंगे, इससे रिजल्ट नहीं निकलेगा, अगर निकल आता है नौकरी छोड़ देंगे अपनी, निकाल लीजिए आप इससे रिजल्ट, हम वो काम करेंगे जिससे कंपनी की ग्रोथ होगी। समझ रहे हो?
उसके लिए उतना इंटेलेक्ट होना चाहिए ना इंसान की, that person can take that decision, that person can evaluate and assess and can come to a conclusion कि यार एक चीज फायदा नहीं है, इस चीज का फायदा नहीं।
करेक्ट। और उस इंटेलिजेंस के लिए ये पाना ज़रूरी है कि अब हम अकेले नहीं हैं, इंट्रोवर्ट आइसोलेटेड ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, अब हम साथ में हैं। तो हमारे पास इंटेलिजेंस होना हो, अगर हमारे कप्तान के पास है तो काम हो गया। कप्तान का जॉब ही यही है, जब किसी के पास जवाब ना हो तो कप्तान के पास आने का। समझ में आ रही है बात?
समझ पा रहा।
तो जैसे तुम्हारे लिए ये बात कुछ खास होगी कि तुम मेरे साथ जुड़े और तुम्हें समझ में आने लग गया वो जो तुमने कभी अपने सपने में भी नहीं सोचा था। जिन्होंने अद्वैत की रचना की और कहा ये है कुछ अद्वैत, सिंगुलैरिटी, वो कुछ रहे होंगे अद्वैत से पहले और उन्होंने अपने अंदर से समझा कि अहम ब्रह्मास्मि। तो समझा तो बोला, पढ़ के बोलने वाली बात ही नहीं है, कुछ समझ में नहीं आना। तो जब तुम ऐसे किसी के पास पहुंच जाओगे तो तुम समझोगे अद्वैत क्या है बहुत महत्वपूर्ण इस बात को समझना कि अद्वैत क्या है। What is non-duality? Who is the observer? Or what is shunya? Or what is non-matter? Or what is nothing? Or what is emptiness? What is void? What is vacuum? इन सब का जवाब वही है, What is God? तो मैं ये कह रहा हूँ vacuum is God। बताओ, इतनी फैंसी चीज को समाप्त कर दिया ये बोल के vacuum is God। तो इसलिए लोग आसानी से पचा नहीं पाएंगे इस बात को।
लोग उसको सब्जेक्टिव मीनिंग से देखेंगे, सॉरी ऑब्जेक्टिव मीनिंग से देखेंगे। वो उस चीज की वो जानेंगे नहीं उस चीज का मीनिंग क्या है।
करेक्ट।
थ्रू देयर ओन परसेप्शन ऑफ वैक्यूम।
करेक्ट। वो भी नहीं देखेंगे, वो डिग्री देखेंगे, क्लास जाना है कल, एग्जाम है, तो वो उतना भी नहीं देख पाएंगे। तो मैं 100 लोगों के साथ बात करता हूँ तो एक काम का इंसान मिलता है। तो धीमे धीमे करके ब्रह्मांड ने चाहा कि निश्चल को 100 लोगों से बात ही ना करनी पड़े, उसको कुछ ऐसी चेतना दे देते हैं कि वो समझ जाए उसको बात किससे करनी है। बाकी लोगों से टीम बात करेगी, निश्चल नहीं करेगा। वो अपने आप चुनाव कर लेगा उसको किसके साथ कॉल पे आना है, वो अपने आप, मेरा है ही नहीं ये डिसीजन भी, ये बस अपने अंदर से हो जाता है। मैं स्पॉन्टेनियस इंसान हूँ, मैं डबल थिंक नहीं करता हूँ। मुझे पता है अंदर से पहली आवाज़ जो निकली वो भगवान की है, वो शून्यता से निकली, वो बिना बायसेस के निकली है, वो उस एम्प्टीनेस से निकली है। जो एम्प्टीनेस को हम कह रहे हैं आत्मा परमात्मा, एक ही बात हो गई अगर एम्प्टी पे चली गई तो आत्मा क्या है ये भी बता देता हूं अभी। जो तुम्हारी मेंटल वेव्स की रेंज है, जो ये मूवमेंट है इसकी जो रेंज है, ये रेंज जितनी एरिया पे पड़ रही है शून्य के ऊपर, वो है आत्मा। ये चेष्टा गौतम बुद्ध ने भी नहीं की बताने की। तो ये बात बहुत खास है और अच्छा है हो गई, क्योंकि मूर्छित अवस्था के लोगों को ये नहीं समझ में आ पाएगा कि जो लोग विराट काम करना चाहते हैं जीवन में, समथिंग रियली बिग, समथिंग ऑफ इम्पैक्ट, those kind of people are curious about exactly the question that you are curious about. Putting graphic images on social media, talking about the same stuff that every other competitor of ours is talking about because they don't have Nishchal. In spite of having Nishchal, we are also doing exactly that. What highest level stupidity is this? Do you know why we do this? We do this because we are surrounded by younger staff of little convictions and confidence to knock the door and say, sir, you speak differently, you feel different, we want to know who you are, we want to learn how we can learn from your energy. While we are here, we have very few days to go. They will still sit at some corner not utilizing this opportunity, and because they don't know what is course correction. So I decided I have to have somebody else from inside this Mendhako ka kuan, where I can talk to somebody whose mind is open to the right questions of life. Because then you will go to where the content for our social media is already created. For years, it was started the day I started pre-seed and I started writing about this new scripture for the world. And the doorway to the scripture is my Instagram. My bio itself is very lofty. So this scripture began many years ago, and this is the content which makes us different from even an MIT or a Stanford or a Y Combinator or a whole religion. Try it, check it out yourself. So why are we then dealing with mediocre content and wasting time, energy and money in creating graphics when we have the main thing that works, which is reels, reels with some backdrop music, and it has the possibility to go viral. You make a graphic image, it will never go viral. So bad stuff, man, bad strategies so far, but no problem at all. We will use all these graphic designs within our reels. We'll place these, we'll add life to content by just putting some video stuff on around the image. So reel goes and maybe it ends on an image, something like that. So nothing goes wasted. That's why I even allowed for it all to happen, because I could see how I'm going to utilize the hard work. So the hard work will be utilized if you are truly what I am believing you to be, a person on the same quest as I was when I was your age, and as Manu is when he is your age. So that's really the only way to actually extract disproportionate value out of your association with us, because there is no value you can attach to this in terms of money. So even firstly, you are so young that money is going to be small for you when you get it in your account. It's not going to be big money. So disproportionate value comes when you actually synchronize with me to get this knowledge. Then this knowledge transforms itself into wisdom, and that wisdom takes care of your growth in life. So nor is an Isht Devta needed, ना इष्ट गुरु चाहिए, कुछ नहीं चाहिए जिसके पास शुद्धता, पवित्रता और सत्यता है. क्योंकि लोगों के पास ये पवित्रता और सत्यता नहीं है, इसलिए उनको दूसरों के कंधे पे सवार होकर जर्नी करनी पड़ती है. समझ रहे हो? तो फिर शुद्धता, पवित्रता कैसे आए? सत्यता से आ जाएगी. बड़ा साधारण है ये भी बाकी चीज की तरह. अगर ट्रुथफुली जीवन जिया, अगर अंदर से बात निकल रही है ये स्ट्रैटेजी काम नहीं करेगी, बट करे जा रहे हैं, मतलब झूठा जीवन जी रहे हैं. अंदर से निकल रहा है, इस प्रोफेसर के साथ क्लासरूम में प्रेरणा नहीं मिलती, फिर भी वी आर सिटिंग इन दैट प्रोफेसर. इस वक्त हम कर क्या रहे हैं? हम कैंसर की शुरुआत कर रहे हैं अपनी लाइफ में, क्योंकि अंदर कॉन्फ्लिक्ट चल रहा है. वो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट हीट क्रिएट कर रहा है. अननेसेसरीली मूवमेंट हो रहा है जहाँ पे ठहराव हो सकता था, एफर्टलेसनेस हो सकती थी. तो ट्रूथफुलनेस इज द वे टू गेट टू व्हाट इज अद्वैत. देयर इज नो अदर वे. You will intellectually do what is happening around me today because of all my content. That language is being spoken in my entire tribe. But some are kind enough to speak about who is the highest authority on this topic among us. Some will claim it to be their own. No problem at all. I'm talking about a whole movement. So in movement, these are very small concerns. Who cares? Ultimately, the final settlement will come from the one who knows, who can give that settlement. And after that settlement also, that's not going to be utilitarian to anybody except for showing off. Akarta bhav will be the only way.
Yeah.
So the path to that akarta bhav, not just understanding what is Advait, but to become a non-doer, is truthfulness. It's not Bhagavad Gita. It's not Quran. It's not Adgadanand. It's not Kirorimal. It's not Ramana Maharishi. It's not Ramakrishna Paramans. And for Manu, it's not me, even though he thinks it may be me. But it's not me. It's only truthfulness. You get it? So the truth of what we do is our real videos. It's not some graphic conceited design. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. The second thing is that movements happen on the face of the human being that others are willing to trust. Aam Aadmi Party, Arvind Kejriwal, BJP, Modi. You name any movement, it is so. It has a face. Today, smart companies recognize that, so founders of the companies are their faces, and anything they launch now works because their face has worked. That's our social media strategy from here on.
That is absolutely correct. That is what I would resonate with the most.
Awesome. Then do not distract yourself from any past instructions or any instructions from anyone except me. I rule with an iron fist because that's what leadership should be like. It's not non-decision making, it's clear decision making. So the decision is made. I can create extraordinary output out of you, and I'm basing this only on the fact that you were able to name the proper nouns that have made an impact on me about you, so you will be not forgotten. Maybe name has something to do with things. Your name is Sanskar. तो हो सकता है जो संस्कार है वो उसका अर्थ है हमारे कॉन्टेक्स्ट में, हमारे देश के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में सनातन धर्म के संस्कार, यानी कि किसी रिलीजन के संस्कार नहीं, हिंदुइज्म के संस्कार नहीं, एंशिएंट इटर्नल धर्म का अर्थ है रिदम ऑफ द यूनिवर्स। धर्म कोई किताब और रिलीजन नहीं है। जो धार्मिक वो इंसान है जिसका जीवन का अनुभव बिल्कुल मेलोडिक है, क्योंकि वो यूनिवर्स ब्रह्मांड के रिदम पे जी रहा है, तो वो मेलोडी में डांस कर रहा है। अधर्मिक वो है जिसका रिदम वो नहीं है मेलोडी वाला, जो स्ट्रगल कर रहा है, प्रताड़ित है, परेशान है, विक्टिम का जीवन जी रहा है। वो अधर्म कर रहा है, भले उसके साथ गलत हुआ हो, वो विक्टिम हो, फिर भी वो अधर्म कर रहा है इस बात पे जी के कि हाय राम मैं विक्टिम हूं, बचा ले मुझे, ये अधर्म है। तो सनातन धर्म या संस्कार इस धर्म के ये हुए कि हम शून्य पे स्थापित हो गए। तो संस्कार फाइनली जो तुम्हारा आउटकम होना चाहिए वो ये होना चाहिए कि तुम्हारे पास ये संस्कार होना चाहिए। जो संस्कार इस लैंड का था वो संस्कार था ज्ञान और विवेक का संस्कार, विजडम एंड नॉलेज। And that is the leader of leaders. That is the supreme among the spirits, Mahatma. So, if we are synchronized, then we will create a great outcome among the three of us. On the right is Manu. We will create the movement that can come out of this language. But instead of deciding to be an orator or an author like others, I decided to be a tech entrepreneur that I was born to be. Before I knew these things, I was sitting on top of an unwavering decision, and that decision is represented on preseed.in. It's an outcome of that decision that we are seeing many branches towards entrepreneurial empowerment in the world that can happen through us. Now, with the right kind of powerful support and backing of an incredible company like eBikeGo, we can take great speed towards the mission that you will find anywhere you look to read about me. It is going all the way to spirituality, religion, and politics. And it is because of that desire we have achieved extraordinary handshakes to scale things to the point where our social media strategy is going to work to make an impact in India and the world. So in that, we have to now stop any activity of production of any content by any freelancers, any graphic designers. Everything about social media needs to be stopped. And the new strategy needs to begin. And the new strategy will only begin on one social media brand, which is GoStart. So I'm going to explain everything to you right now in one flow. There's onlystartups.com. Onlystartups.com is made up of 3 products, which is 90% of onlystartups.com in future value creation. IITP, QA and Mentor Hub. I don't need any social media for it. I am the driver and leader on these products. I don't need anyone to do any bullshit marketing and promotion of such divine products. So topic over, that burden is gone. Now comes all the services under onlystartups.com that are going to go to the entrepreneurs. Yes, that requires social media. In that, only GoStart requires social media. Using just one Instagram account, we'll be promoting all other brands that we are creating, but we won't create any brands other social media. It will all be done on GoStart, because what is GoStart saying? It's saying that if you are conscientious, if you are working on 17 goals of UN, SDG goals, if you are adding sustainability, health and everything good to life on earth, then you are welcome. Now when they come to us, we study their requirement and then offer, okay, you can have a quick debt through us, you can have a quick deck through us, you can have a quick agri loan through us, you can have a quick tech with us through us, or am I missing anything?
Design.
Quick design through us.
Quick agri loans.
Yeah. So all these other services which can be an independent brand are all now going to follow the path of truth. The path of truth is, it all began with, all services began with GoStart. So GoStart is going to be it. Onlystartups.com is representing services and products. Products, I'm already releasing everyone from it. I'm saying nobody needs to look after that till that stage comes. So I'm not saying we won't have any social media for it, but it's too early. I mean, the product is not even out. We're just doing social media to audience that doesn't even exist. If we were doing this social media, it should at least have had a landing page for subscribers to subscribe through their WhatsApp or email. So if they have landed, they can at least receive newsletters from us. Now we don't need to be a newsletter creation. We can be LinkedIn newsletters. We can be a newsletter on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has that feature. But we didn't do any of that real stuff. Why? Because the merit of intelligence was lacking. So we thought we'll give mediocre stuff and we'll still have people coming for quick debt, quick design. They're coming, but that is all happening by the individual merit of the co-founders. It's not coming from social media strategy. Yes, okay, we can do, dumb campaign of just advertising things and see 1% conversion. But we are not that hungry about that stuff. Now, the best will come to us because finally GoStart, and through GoStart they're going to get to know that you are coming to us exactly for the same reason. Every single startup that is associated with me and is under my impact or influence is allowing me that liberty or that position because I am able to address their deepest questions and they feel like Nishchal will have the answer. We are safe and growing with Nishchal's company. That's why they're here. So if he is here for that reason, and if you decide to be here for long-term integration, like a mission-oriented path. See, the other word for Karma Yoga is mission. Then why are we assuming that other startups are not coming to us exactly for that deep resonation? We should have such, entities and founders come to us, not otherwise. If these are the people who come to us, then we are working with the best minds, with the mind with fluidity and space enough to understand these things. You get it, right?
Yeah.
So now let's aim for GoStart to have those who are moved by the dialoguing about not just technology startups, but also consciousness. And in that, yes, of course, if you guys find my videos where I am talking about Bhagavad Gita or I am talking about, see, we are not like Vivek Bindra. Bhagavad Gita उठा के उसका MBAification कर दिया. हमें ये सब कुछ भी नहीं करना है. मुझे किसी भी पुराने vocabulary की ज़रूरत नहीं है. ब्रह्मांड के अर्थ को बताने के लिए. ब्रह्म का अंडा ये अर्थ मैं बता दूंगा, मुझे किसी पुराने वोकैबुलरी की जरूरत नहीं है, पर अगर कोई वीडियोस है तो उनको भी लगा देंगे, बता देंगे ये है भगवद गीता का सार, ये है इस चीज का सार, ये उपनिषद कह रहा है, ये मंडुक्य उपनिषद कह रहा है, ये अद्वैत कह रहा है, ये आदि गुरु शंकराचार्य और क्वांटम फिजिक्स के बीच का डिबेट है या सिमिलैरिटी है, ये सब बता देंगे, बोला हुआ है, सब कुछ कह दिया है, मैंने किया ही है अपने जीवन में। तो ये वीडियोस यूज करेंगे तो सही लोग आएंगे, हमारे से जुड़ेंगे वो लोग जिनके साथ हम एक बड़ी क्रांति कर सकते हैं। क्या समझ में आया?
समझ में नहीं आया, फीलिंग लाइक।
हाँ, ये ना बात, जैसे संगीत है, जब नाचते हैं तो शब्द तो समझ नहीं आ रहे होते हैं, बस फीलिंग चल रही होती है।
फीलिंग चल रही होती है।
करेक्ट। तो मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि यार अभी तक सारे समुद्र के स्तर पे थे, सरफेस पे, सारे नहीं, सॉरी, जो विजनरीज हैं इस स्पेस के अंदर वो नहीं, लेकिन इसके अलावा एक एक आदमी, एक एक औरत सिर्फ सरफेस पे टहल रहे हैं, अंदर जा नहीं पाए, और अभी फिर वापस भेड़ 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 नगरी में जाने का समय आ गया सबका। अब मैं नहीं चाहता ये दोबारा हो हम लोगों के साथ। जब लोग जुड़े तो वो इसी भाव और इसी फीलिंग पे जुड़े, क्योंकि यही हमारी यूएसपी है। बाकी सब कुछ भी यूएसपी की तरह नहीं देख रहा हूं मैं, कुछ रॉकेट साइंस नहीं कर रहे हैं बैठ के। ये है खास बात जो बिल्कुल ही अलग है और कोई टच भी नहीं कर सकता, चाहे वो वाई कॉम्बिनेटर भी हो, क्योंकि भारत में होनी है ये चीज़। ये वार्ता भारत से उत्पादन हुआ है इसका, और कहीं ना कहीं हमारे संस्कार हमें ये दिशा दिखा रहे थे कि कोई चीज़ है जहाँ पे मंडुक्य उपनिषद भी था। तो फिर समझ में आ गया, ओ ये सब नाटक रचा जा रहा है, ये सब ढोंग चल रहा है। असली तो सनातन मतलब मध्य थोड़ी हुआ कि हम मध्य कृष्ण और राम की बात कर रहे हैं, हमें तो उनके भी गुरुओं की बात करनी चाहिए, योग वशिष्ठ की बात करनी चाहिए हमें, लेकिन हम नहीं कर पाएंगे उनकी बात, क्योंकि वहाँ पे ठहराव चाहिए, वहाँ पे उग्रता नहीं चाहिए। मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि राम जी की किसी भी बात में उग्रता है, लेकिन वो जो फॉलोअर्स हैं वो इन कहानियों के थ्रू उग्र होने के कारण ढूंढ लेते हैं। लेकिन योग वशिष्ठ की जीवनी देखेंगे, रामकृष्ण परमहंस या स्वामी विवेकानंद, कहाँ से उग्रता ला पाएंगे अपने अंदर, यू नो। तो उग्रता की भी खिलाफ नहीं हूं मैं। कभी कभी हर चीज का नीड होता है, तब लाइफ बन के निकलती है। मतलब हम लड़े किससे अगर विलेंस हो ही ना। बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। तो अद्वैत की खोज का मतलब ही नहीं है द्वैत से कॉन्फ्लिक्ट। अद्वैत की खोज का मतलब है द्वैत में जो अद्वैत है वो भी जान गए, और द्वैत में द्वैत जो है वो भी जान गए। मतलब नॉन मैटर और मैटर दोनों को जानने के लिए लास्ट पड़ाव है अद्वैत। मतलब मैटर जल्दी जाना जाएगा, नॉन मैटर बाद में जाना जाएगा। नॉन मैटर अद्वैत है। जो कि कॉन्शियसनेस से भी पहले की घड़ी है, क्योंकि एक सिंगुलैरिटी अद्वैत में कॉन्शियसनेस नहीं हो सकती, दूसरा चाहिए कॉन्शियस अनुभव के लिए। So consciousness is not fundamental.
Is it before consciousness or
Yes.
is it beyond consciousness?
One may say that it is beyond consciousness or before consciousness, because it is that space upon which vibration will occur. So the space has to happen, then the vibration will happen.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel, you know, like I feel that it's India's loss that it is not able to discover me, or these videos of our conversations are not reaching the youth of the country. And imagine we had tens and tens of interns, and none of them could even touch this, except of course one person sitting to my right, Manu. Okay, now I have two. It takes two to tango. एक और एक का रिजल्ट 11 होता है। अब हम 3 हो गए हैं, तो 111 रिजल्ट आना चाहिए दोस्त। ठीक है, तुम अब इस फीलिंग में थोड़ा शावर करो अपने मन को, और पढ़ते रहो। मुझे मिल जाएगा सब। मनु तुम्हारे साथ कनेक्टेड रहेगा, वो तुम्हें पूरी जर्नी करा देगा।
Sure.
और कोई सवाल?
नहीं, I don't think like getting that frequency पर आप उस frequency पे आ जाते हैं, उसके बाद सवाल का भी वो मिल जाता है,
Right.
चलाने चाहिए।
Right.
चलो, see you tomorrow.
All right.
I'll be visiting.
Come. All right. Bye.
So see you.
See you.
अब मैं ये कह तो नहीं सकता कि तुम्हें सब कुछ समझ में आया होगा, जो उसको समझ में आया, सरफेस समझ में आ जाएगा तुम्हें।
Yeah, I did understand that. It's just the sort of the snippets of Krishna and the Rama and the Guru that I don't know the references where it came from. I don't
No
know
problem
the
at all.
mythological things.
Yeah, none of that is even needed actually.
But I do believe in matter, non-matter things, or I'm not a very religious person, or I'm atheist, so I don't believe in like only one particular god.
That's what Virji exactly said now.
Yeah.
There is no God, so.
Yeah.
So that's what you exactly said, and I was surprised. I was like, okay, maybe there are other people who think like that.
Yeah, there are very many. But it's not a question. See, both are dogmas. If कोई कह रहा है भगवान है, कोई कह रहा है नहीं है, दोनों में से पता किसी को नहीं है।
Yeah.
तो दोनों ही तो एक बिलीफ हो गई, है ना? लेकिन नहीं है, पहली स्थिति होनी चाहिए किसी चीज की। जब तक जाना नहीं तब तक कैसे मान ले है?
Yeah, at least I need to find.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah. So you have left that room कि तुम उसको find करोगी. So yeah, that's the way. So you find it when you have understood the answer, then you will recognize that community that recognizes this is the community you will wait to come to. So you can go into your herd-like journey of 1 degree to Germany to do this to that. बाद में आना ही नहीं है, ठीक है? तो पढ़ते रहना, इंटीग्रेट होते रहना ढंग से, कहीं पे भी इंटीग्रेटेड रहना,
Sure.
तो फिर कहीं ऐसा लगेगा नहीं कि we snap out of connectivity. And really, you don't know without shifting anything about themselves, or people who form organizations as big as RSS, they are doing their professional career. उसके बाद भी वो संगठित हैं, तो वो ज़रूरी है। और वो संगठित होने का तरीका यही है कि हम एक दूसरे के मिशन के साथ innately इंटीग्रेट हो जाए। इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि हमारे पास समय है उसमें पसीना देने का, तो पसीना देने का समय नहीं, कोई बात नहीं। अगर चाहते कि ये चीज़ बने आगे, तो उतना काफ़ी है। या तुम्हें जो भी आज समझ में आया और जो भी डिफरेंस लगा हो अभी तक जो हो रहा था हायरिंग में, और जो ये इंटीग्रेशन है और ये जो कन्वर्सेशन हुई, और ये पहली बार अगर तुम्हारी आंखों के सामने ऐसा कुछ तरीका हायरिंग का हो, मैंने सारी हायरिंग अपनी ऐसे ही की है, सही बातें करके।
Yeah, exactly. Because the thing is कि whenever the interview happens, you just get asked the typical questions.
Correct.
Like something that's like that doesn't define us. It's
Correct.
just something we have done. Like everybody else.
Correct.
We are doing the same things, certifications and
Yes.
courses, and try to build up. We just have a LinkedIn page full. That's
Correct.
what we are doing.
Correct.
But the actual learning is very less
Correct.
compared to the certificates that we have.
Correct.
So today when I saw you actually giving an interview, you are actually trying to understand a person.
Yes.
So you can lead that person. So you can tell them which direction they are better suited. So it's kind of, that's what we look up to mentor in a mentor, right? Because the thing is ki we are all freshers and unexperienced people. So we are in some way the other, even though we are confident about a lot of things, still we are directionless.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whenever we came into the organization for internship, if we are spending 2 months or let's say 4 months, so it's like very important that a person should know what kind of a person you are, the person who is going to guide us eventually, which is like very cool. That's what I saw today. So it was very cool.
Yeah. So there is goal to everything. If you're writing, the goal to that is that when I am expressing what are the changes I want, I'm in that also expressing that if you want to hire people for the long term and for deep integration or for mission orientedness, then nobody has it in them to hire the way I hire. This should be very clearly expressed. I'm going to express it, nobody else can do justice to that expression. But if your observation is on similar lines, please write. Whatever is your observation, I'm saying that when we leave a place, we should give something important to it. And what we can give is our true observation. विदाउट होल्डिंग बैक, विदाउट बीइंग शाय, विदाउट थिंकिंग कि यार इसको प्लीज करना है, उसको हर्ट नहीं करना है. ऐसा नहीं है, ना कोई प्लीज होगा ना कोई हर्ट होगा. सब ग्रो करेंगे अगर उनको ट्रूथ पे ट्रूथ मिलता जाए तो.